Good evening, everybody, and welcome. This is the NBA Finals recap for 2023. And really, it was interesting because we got a new champion. And really, the champion was a team that had never been to the NBA Finals before. So, a very unique year. And really, the player that really stands out from this, that really he deserves all the credit he should have been given when he should have won the MVP award. Nikola Jokic, it's just incredible. He played outstandingly. And really, what can you say? A 7-footer who is able to pass the ball like he is, who's able to shoot the ball like he is. Nikola Jokic, incredible player. But really, this is about talking about the teams in the finals. So it was the Denver Nuggets versus the Miami Heat, a 1-8 matchup. And really, from the get-go, this series probably should have been a sweep with the Nuggets winning. It was, one of those series where it was Denver. It was Denver's for the taking, really. They're the 1 seed. They're the better team. And really, they'd gone through the playoffs just playing great basketball. They had the 5-game series against the Minnesota Timberwolves. They ended up having a 6-game series against the Phoenix Suns. They swept the Los Angeles Lakers in the Western Conference Finals, got to the NBA Finals, 5-game series, beat the Heat, who really went on a dominant run themselves. First round against the number 1 seeded Milwaukee Bucks, the top team overall in the NBA playoffs this season. They beat in the 5-game series. Then they played a 6-game series against the New York Knicks, played a 7-game series against the Boston Celtics, and then ultimately just not having enough left and losing in 5 to the Denver Nuggets. So let's look at what each game looked like, because to really get an understanding of what this series really was, you have to look at how these teams shoot. And let me tell you, a lot of times I believe that you can't really, it's not just stat driven that you can see how a game is decided. But this series, I'm telling you, it's heavy on the stats really do tell the story of the game. And really, that's where the Heat just had their pitfalls. And the Nuggets they didn't shoot incredibly through the series. But you know what? They shot good enough to win a series. So let's go talk about game 1. Yeah, things were not good for Miami. Things were good enough for Denver. Denver shot 50.6%, so they went 40 for 79 on field goals. That's not bad, not great either. They ultimately shot worse from three-point range than the Miami Heat, shooting 29.6% from the three-point line. That was 8 for 27. Free throws, though, the Nuggets, 80%, not quite as good as the Heat, but 16 for 20. But I'll get into why the Heat had a better percentage either way. And then total rebounds, the Nuggets won the rebound battle 45-43. The assist battle, Nuggets 29-26. To both teams, they tied on blocks with 4. Heat actually won the steals battle. They had 5 steals to Denver's 4. Turnovers, the Heat had a better turnover because the Nuggets turned it over 10 times. Heat turned it over 8. But then points in the paint, 46-38 Denver. And then fouls, the Heat had 15, Nuggets had 8. Okay, so field goal percentage for the Miami Heat, they were 40.6%. So compare 50.6% to 40.6. 50 to 40 right there. Most of the time, if you're shooting 50%, you should win the game if you're going against a team that's shooting 40. I mean, most of the time. Miami, though, put up about 17 more shots, missed 1 less. So they went 39 for 96. The Heat went 33% from three-point line, 13 for 39, which was better than the Denver Nuggets. Now, free throws. Here is where the disparity comes in, okay? They went 100%, yes, they did. But only 2 free throws put up for the Miami Heat. Now, let me tell you, if you're going to shoot only 2 free throws in a basketball game, yeah, you're not going to win that. Especially if the other team's shooting 20 and making 16 of them. You're not going to win that matchup there. Even if it's going to be a close game, free throws are ultimately going to be what the deciding factor is. And that's why the game was an 11-point win there for the Denver Nuggets. I mean, they committed only 8 fouls. The Heat only went to the free throw line probably once. 2 for 2, though. That's not going to win you a basketball game unless you're shooting the lights out. I mean, if you're going to get up to the 60% range shooting the ball, you got a chance that you don't have to shoot great on free throws. You got to shoot 40, like up in the 40% range to be able to win a basketball game in the 3-point range. To be able to win if you're not going to shoot many free throws. Miami they didn't do that in game 1. So let's look at the stars on both sides. Game 1, the dynamic duo of Jokic and Murray, they showed up and played great. Jokic, 27 points to go along with 14 assists and 10 rebounds. I mean, come on. A triple-double in his first ever NBA Finals game? Man, that is awesome. Jamal Murray, 26 points, 10 assists, 6 rebounds. So both star players played absolutely incredibly. And really, it was huge. What was also huge, how about 13 rebounds from Michael Porter Jr.? That's huge right there. And then if you look over on the Heat side, leading scorer was Bam Adebayo, 26 points. He went to go along with 13 rebounds and 5 assists for the big man. And then second leading scorer, Gabe Vincent, 19 points, 5 assists, 2 rebounds. And then the guy who was supposed to be the star of the team, Jimmy Butler, only put up 13 points, 7 assists, 7 rebounds. So Jimmy Butler didn't really show up. So game 1 was clearly a Nuggets there. I mean, clearly the Nuggets just showed up and showed out for that game. So how would the Heat respond? They'd come back and win in a 3-point win against the Nuggets in Denver. Denver's only loss of the postseason at home came against the Heat in the finals. In that game, well, Denver did shoot the ball better, 52% to 48.7% of Miami. But it's a 3-point range right there. 3-point line changed the game right there for them. So Miami shot 48% from 3, Denver 39 in game 2. So right there changes the whole story. And also, 17 3-pointers for Miami to 11 of Denver. That changes the whole story right there. And then free throws. Miami went 18 for 20. They were 90%. Denver went 19 for 22, 86.4%. So free throws were about even. Field goal percentage, Denver shot better, but 3-point line, it was Miami. And then rebounds, it was Denver 38-31. The assist battle, Miami won 28-23. Blocks, Miami 4-2. Steals, Denver 7-5. Turnovers, Miami won that 11-13. Points in the paint, it was Denver 48-34. Personal fouls, it was a foul heavy game in that game too. 22-21. Denver, of course, not committing as many. And then we get to the stats. Let's talk about the Heat, though. Okay. Gabe Vincent put in 23 points and 3 assists. Jimmy Butler, 21 points, 9 assists, 4 rebounds. Bam Adebayo, 21 points, 4 assists, 9 rebounds. So not huge numbers, but enough to get the win for the Heat. But then the Nuggets, oh my goodness. Nikola Jokic, he showed up in game 2. 41 points, 4 assists, 11 rebounds. Now, you may be saying he didn't share the ball as much, but that was what the game plan for the Heat was. Eliminate the passing ability of Nikola Jokic, make him score the ball, make him be the one that's got to carry the team. So, there you go. So, Nikola Jokic put in 41 points. Second leading scorer, Jamal Murray, 18 points, 10 assists, and 4 rebounds. So, Nuggets, of course, lost that game. It's by 3 points, though. 111-108. Miami was the victors in game 2. All right. Then we talk about game 3. And this was just not a good game for the Heat. 37% shooting to Denver's 51.3. Denver, though, shot only 27.8% from the three-point line, but Miami 31.4. Free throws, Denver went 81.5% to the 78.9 of Miami. Total rebounds, it was all Denver in this game, 58-33. Just incredible numbers there for the Nuggets on the rebounding side. Assists, 28-20, Denver. Blocks, 5-3, Denver. Steals, 7-3, Miami. Turnovers, Miami actually only turned the ball over 4 times to 13 of Denver. That's actually kind of impressive, but in a loss, though. Points in the paint, 60-34, Denver. Yeah. Personal fouls, Nuggets, of course, 18. Miami, 22 fouls. So then we look on the Nuggets side. Nikola Jokic, and then Jamal Murray. Of course, Jamal Murray, 34 points, 10 assists, 10 rebounds. He bounced back pretty well, I would say. And then Nikola Jokic, 32 points, 10 assists, 21 rebounds. Game 3. This was the moment I feel like when the Heat was just, they thought they had the momentum back, but the Nuggets said, no, we've got the momentum. Just incredible. The Nuggets in this series, they imposed their will and made it where the Heat were not going to win this series. This was Denver all the way. So this was impressive. All right. So looking on the Heat side, not a bad game for Jimmy Butler. 28 points, 4 assists, 2 rebounds. And then Bam Adebayo, 22 points, 3 assists, 17 rebounds. So not terrible, just not enough for them to get themselves a game 3, win. So now we head into game 4. And really shooting percentage as far as field goals is about the same. But 3-point line, there's your disparity right there that shows how the game was won. So the Nuggets shot 49.4% on field goals. Miami shot 44.9%. 3-point line, 50% for Denver, 32% for Miami. That right there shows Denver just won the game on threes, on just shooting better from 3-point line. I mean, that right there. Free throws, Miami won it, 85% shooting on their side to 76.2% on the Denver side. Rebounds, Miami won it 37-34. Assists, it was Denver 26-23. Blocks 7-3. Denver. Steals 11-2. Denver. Turnovers 6-14. Denver. And then points in the paint by 2 points. Denver. And then personal fouls, Denver again, 18 fouls to Miami's 19. Looking at the scoring, Nikola Jokic had 23 points, 4 assists, 12 rebounds. Aaron Gordon, leading scorer for the Nuggets, 27 points, 6 assists, 7 rebounds to help for that effort to win. Bruce Brown, 21 points, 2 assists, 4 rebounds. Great game from Bruce Brown. So, Nuggets played a good game. And then for the Heat, Jimmy Butler had 25 points, 7 assists, 7 rebounds. And then Bam Adebayo, 20 points, 3 assists, 11 rebounds. So the top 2 players at home played pretty good, just not good enough to get them a win. And I may add, in game 4, Nikola Jokic had to go out with like 8 or 9 minutes to go. He was in foul trouble, and he had to go out of the game. Miami just couldn't take advantage of it. And here came Denver to win the game and send it to go back home with a chance to win an NBA championship at home. Of all places, at home. And this is a team that's never been to the NBA Finals, a team that's had all these issues throughout their years of being an NBA franchise. Was this going to be their year? The answer is yes. With a 94-89 win last night. Here we go. Miami shot horribly in the game. 34% field goal percentage, 25 from 3. That's not going to win you a game. Now, I will say, Denver shot 45% from field goal range. 3-pointers, 17.9. Now, that's what kept the game close, is that Denver shot terribly from the 3-point line. It wasn't enough, though. 57-44, Denver wins the rebound battle. 21-18 on assists for Denver. Points in the paint, 60-14. Golly bum. The Nuggets, Jokic in last night, game 5, 28 points, 4 assists, 16 rebounds. 16 points, 13 rebounds, and 3 assists for Michael Porter Jr. Jamal Murray, 14 points, 8 assists, 8 rebounds. Just a good team effort. And I will add, this Denver Nuggets team, this was the most deserving NBA champion I've seen in I don't know how long, because this team was a team. This was team basketball all around. And really, they were the ones that deserved to win an NBA championship. Looking on the side of the Heat, 21 points, 5 assists, 3 rebounds for Jimmy Butler. Bam Adebayo, 20 points, 1 assist, 12 rebounds. So it wasn't enough. The Denver Nuggets got it done. Their first ever NBA championship. I mean, that's incredible. Just an incredible way for them to just play a great series, play great in the playoffs, and just they just let everybody know they were the best team. And so, I mean, a lot of people's going to be like hating on them, I feel like, just because, oh, look at them. The highest seeded team they beat in the playoffs was a 4 seed, the Phoenix Suns, and they made them look terrible. Well, let me tell you, every team in the NBA has a chance to win. The Western Conference, let me tell you, it was wide open because the Western Conference, from top to bottom, I would say from 1 to 7, really, was teams I believed could win an NBA championship. I mean, like, truthfully and honestly, they could win a championship. It was Denver's year, though. And then if you look at the East, going into it, I thought, well, there's only like 3 teams I thought that could win it. Milwaukee, Boston, or Philadelphia was like the 3 from the East. I was like, I think they are the 3 best that could win from the East. But what this proved really is that Jimmy Butler has a winning mentality. I mean, Bam Adebayo. Look at this Heat culture. This is a winning culture. And even though they were an 8 seed, and they shot horribly throughout the regular season, that's the reason why they were an 8 seed. But they ran out of gas from the time they had to play 2 play-in games just to get to the NBA playoffs. They lost their first play-in game. They were down with a few minutes left and had to will their way to a win against the Chicago Bulls just to get the 8 seed to play Milwaukee. But what this has proved is that even though they were so low, this Miami culture and their team, they have a winning mindset. I mean, you got an NBA champion head coach, Eric Spoelstra, who is just a great coach. I mean, Pat Riley is the guy running the team, who he's been there for a while. He knows how it goes winning NBA championships and putting teams together to win an NBA championship. So here is the thing I wonder, because in these next 8 minutes, I just want to talk about how did these teams get back to the mountaintop of getting to the NBA Finals? For one team, I feel like it's a lot clearer than the other. That is the Denver Nuggets. To me, they have the chance to bring back mostly everybody. I think they clearly, if they bring back everybody, they could make another run for a championship, and they could go back to back. Miami, on the other hand, seems a little more stark, just in the fact that the team's getting older. I mean, let's not beat around the bush with this. The Heat have an old core team. You do have some younger players, but that's the thing. These guys are just, they're old on Miami. And so their chances of making it back are very slim. Now, I wouldn't be shocked if they made it back again with Jimmy Butler being their star player. I mean, that dude has got a winning mindset. But I think before I would see another Heat run at a finals, I think I'm going to see the Nuggets there again. And I think this coming year, the Nuggets are one of the teams that could win the finals. Now, I'm not gonna play like early favorites, like, oh, this team's gonna win the finals next year. I'm not doing that. I mean, you can't really do that, really, in my opinion, just because you just can't, because it's so unpredictable at this moment, because we don't know what's going to happen in free agency and all this other stuff. But the Nuggets, to me, have one of the best chances to win. Another team I feel like has a chance. I mean, if LeBron comes back to the Lakers definitely have a chance to win because, I mean, they got LeBron, and if AD can stay healthy, they definitely have a chance to win. And if they get Austin Reeves has played incredibly. He played incredible during the NBA playoffs. So, I mean, Lakers have got a chance. The Golden State Warriors definitely have a chance to win it. The Boston Celtics, if they can keep most of their players and if they can get their coaching situations sorted out, they got a chance. Philadelphia, Milwaukee. There's a bunch of teams that still have a chance to win an NBA championship. But let's wait and see. What is free agency going to show us? Okay? That's the big thing. The NBA is very unpredictable. And I'm excited to see what happens. So that's about it for what I've got to say about the NBA Finals. It was just pure Nuggets domination. The Nuggets, I mean, they deserve to win the NBA Finals, no matter what you feel about the NBA and how the games went in the playoffs. Nuggets deserved it. They just went out and got it, and they won, and that's just the story of it. So, so leave a comment below about what you thought about this video, and like, subscribe, and just we thank you for watching this. And as always, we are so glad to see you, and we will see you again soon. Thank you for everything. We will see you again. Goodbye, everybody.